Patrick just cleared PMP exam with all above target. So Patrick joined our one-to-one program like a month ago, but it is fascinating. And now this is becoming more of a trend with me. My students are now telling me I'm going to give the exam, and they actually give me surprise. So I'm mostly a person who wake up all the night and sleep nearly at 6 5 a.m. right at like this time, 5 a.m. Pakistan time, which normally means 8 p.m. EST or 5 p.m. PST. So Patrick, you are in PST zone or EST?
Uh, Mountain Standard, so an hour
Yeah,
behind.
okay, or behind. So I was sleeping last night a little earlier, and Patrick called. I didn't answer. I woke up a little bit 15 minutes ago, and I called Patrick, and he said, "Patrick, what did you said? Please."
I said, "Don't be mad." And then I put up the paper very slowly into the frame of the phone and showed him.
All about target. Patrick, it has been a fascinating journey with very low points. Sometime when we were getting very bad score, and
Yeah.
finally, in last 2 weeks, we were rolling. We were doing very good. And Patrick, first of all, let me say this: did I fulfill my promise?
Yes. Yes.
Good, good. So, Patrick, can you
Yes.
share your journey? Can you?
I got. Yes. So about a month and some change, I decided that I needed to get help in getting ready for the project management certification. I had a date actually scheduled before I contacted you. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, you realize that. Um, and we canceled it right away. I knew that I wasn't ready. So from that point forward, I was working with you for a solid month, going to your webinars, your YouTube channels, working with me one on one, and here we are.
We are. Patrick, how many mocks we did almost? Plus minus.
Oh my goodness, one over probably about 2 dozen.
2 dozen. I'm talking more
And
about mock.
you warned me.
I'm I'm talking about more of those mocks in which we did the complete 180 questions.
The complete 180, we probably did 8 or 9 of those.
8 of 9. We so which that endurance did help 60 questions in prepcast.
Yes, breaking it down into a smaller group was much
Okay,
more helpful afterwards. Yeah.
and easily digestible. We can even do actually more than that questions. And what about those topic wise 50-50 question? What do you think about that? Like once we are done with the topic, we do 50 question, and how helpful that was.
Very helpful. It's one thing to study the material, but it's another
Mhm.
thing to actually, be live and answering the questions.
That is very good. Okay, Patrick. So you have given good amount of mocks. So which mocks were more relevant to the real exam?
Um, I'm not sure the mock by name, but the last one that you sent me,
Okay.
yeah,
Try.
remember the simulator name.
That was my prepcast or my simulator. You
I
tell
think it
me.
was Prepcast. Prepcast.
Prepcast. So prepcast seems to be more relevant to the real exam, right?
Yes, yes. With the way that the questions were worded,
Mm-hmm.
not so straightforward.
Okay. So how did you manage your time? And tell me that your entire process of center today.
Okay, so I got up this morning and I answered just a few questions, not to get
Mm-hmm.
wrong or to get right, but just to warm up, kind of like what I used to do as a basketball player. You warm up
Okay.
to loosen up the muscles. So I
Okay.
did that, and first of all, I did schedule it for first thing in the morning so that I could that my energy was at its best. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and got ready for the day. And then I drove to my center, which was about an
Mm-hmm.
hour away. And my advice is always, plan the trip ahead of time for traffic and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot.
That's
And
for sure.
Yep.
for sure, for sure.
And
Okay,
then
then.
and I got there, and it's just like if you watch the videos that they give you when you sign up for the exam, it was like it. You put your stuff in the locker, you sign in, signatures, and sit down at a computer. And
Okay.
it wasn't so hard to manage my time because you and I have worked a lot on time management. You know, about a minute and a little bit more for each question. If you can
Mm-hmm.
do that, you don't need to look at the clock. You don't need
Mm-hmm.
to look and worry about that. I actually finished the exam with 25 minutes to spare.
That is very good. That is very, very good. Okay, so how much time you took for the first 60 question almost?
I think I probably took about I think it was about an hour each section.
Mm.
I
Okay,
didn't
so
really.
60. So this was very good. So which section was more difficult, Patrick? First, second, third, or all of them are comparatively easy?
It's odd that you say that. I felt like the first one was really challenging, and then when I
Mm-hmm.
got back from my break, it was almost in easy mode. I was like, "Is this the right test?"
Mm-hmm.
And then the third section was a blend, but I would say more on the easy side than the hard side.
Okay, okay, that is very good. An important thing, Patrick. The thing is that you are so well prepared. So many questions. Like we have to, uh, we have to have an easy exam.
Yeah.
You see, we were doing 60, 60, 30, 60, 60, 30. So that has to be paid off, of course. Okay, Patrick. Patrick, did you get any question on critical path?
I think there was maybe one, no, two. There was two
So you have.
questions on the critical path, but there was actually no drawings or formulas about it. It was just or no charts. It was just an overall question.
Okay, okay, okay. What about formula question? Were there any formula questions?
No,
No
I had
formula
it,
questions.
no math at all.
Which area was targeted more? Agile and stakeholder communication resource. Which area was more targeted?
Very heavy stakeholder, very
Okay,
heavy agile, and then there was and then a little bit hybrid. I'd say it
okay.
was more hybrid and agile and very little predictive.
Okay, okay. That's a good thing to know. What about risk? How many questions you would say were from risk?
Not not many, actually. It was more toward the managing of the team. If I would like to have studied one thing, it would have been stakeholder and some team. Other than that, that was the main focus.
Same goes for procurement. Not much question, but few questions were there from
There was,
procurement,
yeah,
right?
there was a few questions on closing the project, and dealing with contracts, but we're talking about, on one hand. I almost felt like I was
Hmm.
repeating the same question as often as we talked about stakeholders.
That is why I was giving you more and more people questions because,
Mm,
and that was the thing, that was the reason why first we targeted people. I think 2 days we straightforward were just doing 60, 60 people. You are saying, how many we need to do more? But
yes.
let's keep rolling. Unless our average went to 70 or like for last 3 4 60 question, we kept on rolling on people, then we went to process, right?
Yes, then process, and then I think one time we did an individual business. Yeah.
Yeah, business environment is only 8%. I like to stay focused on Pareto. You are doing 80%, 20% will take care of itself.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that is a very good thing. Okay. So you have given us a lot of things. What is your one final last advice for all the PMP aspirants?
Um, those mocks, you got to do those mocks.
Okay.
It's one thing to get the information. It's another to understand what they are looking for and what they are not looking for. And if I could squeeze in one more, is to work with you, hands down. I'm
Thank you.
gonna ask for
So
one, but I'm
Patrick,
going to squeeze.
okay, Patrick, thank you very much. Now you have to do something. First,
Well,
each one teach one. You need to teach other people the way you have learned. Secondly, the most important thing right now for you is to enjoy the PMP fruits. You have been working very hard, although a few days you are giving time to your son and going to watch his football game and all those things. But most of the time you have been working a lot hard, and we know the reason behind this. You needed this PMP for your future, and you did it. So, Patrick, this is the time to celebrate. This is the
I
time.
will. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Patrick, for choosing us. Bye bye. Up.